everyone, this is Basil the Ortho Biker. Today we're doing the first stop on the 2023 Tour of Honor. So some of you may remember the last video, or maybe my visor just shut by itself. Some of you may remember the last video, or the video before that one, me mentioning the Tour of Honor. It's a series, it's a self-guided tour to various DoD memorial sites in the United States, around the country. And I mentioned that there are two close by to where I live. There's one in Bull Shoals, and there's also one in Mountain Home. I'm going to go to the Bull Shoals one today, and we'll see how that goes, and then I might visit the one in Mountain Home on this ride. I've ridden by it a few times and haven't quite figured out how I'm supposed to get a picture there, because it's kind of in an area where the motorcycle can't get to. I might just see if I can pop the curb somewhere and ride it in front of the memorial and get a picture, though I don't know how the police would react to that, so I guess we'll have to find out. Thank you for turning quickly. But the first one is a Cobra helicopter at the VFW in Bull Shoals, and that's where we're heading. Also, I want to point out, some of you may not know, I've been experimenting with microphone locations inside the helmet to help reduce wind noise after the severity of wind noise in the last video. And I had recorded a motovlog, I want to say a couple days ago, but the wind noise was so bad in the new location, it was unusable. So I'm trying another location. So we'll see how it goes, and I'm hoping it'll wash out this video with utter white noise and trash. But right now I slit I cut a slit in the cheek pad on the right hand side and shoved the microphone inside it. And honestly, if the microphone does well there, I might just sew it in there. Oh no, black trucks going really slow on the highway. It seems to be, I'm cursed with large black trucks. What was it, my last video or the video before? I had like 2 or 3 of them in a row. Just decided to get in my way. Bright sunny day, go faster. And passing turn. Yes, I'm on my favorite stretch of road because this road is so much fun. It's not that long, maybe 5 miles at most. I don't really know, I haven't measured it. But it's so curvy. At 60 miles an hour. Well, technically the speed limit's 55. Yes, I was doing 70 a second ago, but that's just too much fun. I can't help myself. I remember the first time I rode this road though. I barely did the speed limit, and I barely went into oncoming traffic on 2 separate occasions. My, I've come a long way in 2-3 years, or however long it's been. So we jumped ahead a little bit. I got really in the zone there and didn't really feel like much like talking. I love that road so much. One day I might do a raw video footage of that stretch of road just to show you guys why I like it so much. But anyways, we're getting to the outskirts of Bull Shoals. I guess before we get there, I'd like to say, if this is the first time you've watched my channel, this is the first video that you're seeing, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon in the lower right hand corner so you get any notifications of any videos I may put out in the future. I love just sharing motorcycles, sharing the Ozarks, and kind of talking to y'all. Alright, I think we're going to be coming up on the Cobra here soon. I always forget exactly where it's at. You know, one of the unique things about this town, Bull Shoals, is they have I don't know if it's a city ordinance or a city rule, they won't allow any outside big businesses in this town. The the ones that are here already are pretty much grandfathered in. Hey! Seems to be a fairly popular motorcycle destination sometimes. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get my flag out of the bag. See, one of the requirements for the Tour of Honor is they send you a flag. You have to mount that flag prominently on your motorcycle, then take a picture of your motorcycle in front of whatever the item is, or whatever the memorial item is on the site, to verify that you were there. I am missing a bungee cord. This is probably going to take me a couple minutes to set up.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we got everything set up. Let me get the camera open here. Unfortunately, it's a bit windy out, so it's going to be hard to get a decent picture, I think. We'll find out. If the wind would just play nice for a minute. Take a few different pictures here. Alright, we can always edit those later. And then from here, we just load the pictures up into the Tour of Honor app on whatever mobile device you were using. And then I guess somebody grades the picture and everything. And make sure you get points for the stop and the pictures. At least that's my understanding of how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and pack all this stuff up. I'm going to fast forward. All right, we got everything packed up. We are good to go. Not really sure how to get out of here, to be honest. I have never been on this road. I don't know where it goes. Crossroad. So that was my first stop of the Tour of Honor. Pretty simple, really. You just find the different DOD locations. I mean, part of the fun is the ride to the locations. I mean, which, I'm not gonna lie, my ride to this location is pretty fun. So I'll never not make this ride. But I'm going to look at the picture of the bricks, stones, and tiles, or whatever, on the bottom of that monument to see who it is remembering. That's the other part of this ride. Remembering the fallen, remembering our heroes, as it were. Now, I know there are people out there that will denigrate the U.S. military and say that they're anything but heroes, but, you know, I grew up in a military family. All those who serve and have served and will continue to serve are heroes in my book. If it wasn't for a number of different circumstances, I would have served myself. But, you know, military doesn't like diabetics. That is what it is. Don't dwell in the past. All I can do is move forward and honor those who have. So I think I will save the Mountain Home monument. It's a 9/11 memorial, if I remember correctly. I'll save that one for another video another time. I'm getting awfully hungry and I would like some food. You know what? I have told you guys so many times when I'm riding past this dam that one of these days I'll give you a view of what's on the dam. So this is one of those days. Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Just gonna park the bike. Whee! park it right here. All pretty like. Oh, they got all the gates open. Let's take a look, shall we? Last time I was here, they only had like 9 gates open, and they weren't open that much. So now they have all the gates open, and they're letting out a lot more water than they were before, so I can imagine the river level is quite a bit higher than it was before. But hey, let's go see what the valley looks like from the dam. Restricted area, keep out! You know, I wonder how many people have actually gone down there. There's a road that goes down there somewhere at the bottom where you can kind of drive down part of it, and it's not impressive. I've been down there before. Doo-doo-doo. I needed the walk anyways. Get off my fat butt. I noticed a lot of these motovloggers, her 2 wheels, shade tree surgeon, maybe a couple other smaller ones. They're all going on this weight loss journey. I'm just going to throw my 2 cents worth. I've been doing intermittent fasting for 6 months now, and there's been a lot of unexpected health benefits. All the inflammation, my shoulder is gone. A lot of my joint pains have disappeared. I got more motion in my larger joints that I had before. I have lost a little bit of weight. I've got more energy when my blood pressure meds are not trying to knock me on my butt and make me pass out. But it's been really great. I like it. I mean, so intermittent fasting, cut down on the carbs, not cut them out entirely. I can't do, you know, a whole keto thing, but I'll tell you what, 18/6 intermittent fasting is an awesome way to go. Doo-doo-doo. Still walking. And here we are. You can just, that's a lot of water. And here's the river valley in full bloom of spring, all the greens you could want. And there's that road I mentioned earlier. It's, like I said, it's not that impressive. It kind of turns into dirt road nothing, but I love this site. It's one of my favorite views, and that just makes it more impressive. I know that they're probably only like 10%. That's a lot of water. I can only imagine how high the river is right now. But anyways, I kept my promise. I showed you guys the river valley, as majestic and beautiful as it is. So I think this is where I'll sign off. Keep the 2 wheels on the ground, the shiny side up, and peace out. People are looking at me like, are you going bungee jumping? People are looking at me funny with a helmet on my head thinking I'm going to be jumping off the bridge.